Hi, this is Sherry Patton Ceramics, and today we are making some pinchers, like for, some kinds of insects, some unusual creatures that you might think of. So we're going to start very, very easy process. Just take a piece of clay, roll it in your hands, roll it on your workspace to really put some pressure on it. Make sure that your fingers are not involved, just the palm of your hand pushing down. You're going to flatten one side. That looks like the easiest side to flatten. So I'm just going to push it down on my desk to or my workspace to flatten it. Smooth it a little bit because it's cracking. Make sure to get rid of all cracks before you do more with the clay. Because if you start trying to push it and pull it and that kind of thing, it's just going to crack more in those cracked areas. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this right down the center. So I'm going to make a line just so that you can see it from here. I'm going to cut it right down, halfway down about. So I'm just going to take it from the top and I'm going to cut it. The larger you make these, the easier, by the way. Now I'm spreading the top, and now I'm going to take 2 fingers out. I'm going to spread the fingers, and then I'm going to take 1 thumb in, so that the open space right here, my thumb is in the middle of that, so that when I press out with my thumb, I'm going to press in with my 2 fingers. So I'm pressing on both sides, and now I'm moving my thumb closer to the top, and I'm pressing even more from the top here to thin out that area, because we want kind of a sharp area there, because we want it to look dangerous. Now I'm just going to flip it on the other side to do the other part of it. So again, 2 on the outside, spread, not close together, spread, and 1 on the inside. I'm going to pull it out more, and I'm just pushing out this way and in this way, and really, really pinching that clay at the end there so it can be sharp. Now I'm going to pull this out even more, and I'm going to get rid of this big crack right in the middle by just taking my middle finger and smoothing it on both sides. If you don't do that, very, very good chance that it's going to crack, especially in a high firing. You need to really strengthen it there. Also, you need to smooth it on these sharp, sharp edges. Otherwise, the glaze will not stick there. And then, when you get your piece out of the kiln, it's going to be so sharp here, it's going to be like a knife and it can cut you. And you don't want that to happen. So I'm just smoothing. Notice that when I'm smoothing, I'm using long strokes. I'm not pushing, because if I just push on the edge in several places, I'm going to get bump, 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 bump. So I'm using a long stroke to smooth that area. That's like getting rid of that other little crack there. And there's a crack down here. So again, I'm going to take my finger and I'm going to bring down the clay from this area down to fill in that area so that it doesn't crack more. Alright, and now we're just going to adjust it. I'm going to just push down to make them touch. Look on the top. I like that shape. If you don't like that shape on the top, you could just, take your needle tool or your paper clip and just, cut it into a different shape. There's so many different ways that we could make different kinds of pinchers. And if you look on the internet, insects have all sorts of different kinds of pinchers. Lots of fun with making them. So that's how you make pinchers. Thank you so much.